ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 10 of the Reboot Roundtable. This is actually our second time recording episode 10. Had to completely scrap the first one. But we're here, we're getting into it. We don't have Jay face cam today, so y'all can be sad you don't get to see Jay today. But, as always, I am joined by Jay. How you doing today, Jay?
Dude, I'm not totally living, bro. Yeah, breathing in biz.
And Tyler. How are you today, Tyler?
I'm doing pretty good.
Neither of you sound very confident in that. But honestly, that's okay. Because neither am I. Don't you wham me. Don't you do that. So, today's episode, we're going through something that I know people have talked about before, and it's especially on people's mind since the release of Multiverses. I want to talk about a Disney platform fighter. And I want us this episode to talk a bit about the roster, what would a story mode look like, and a couple other things like that. And as we go through it, we're going to debate and discuss who belongs on the roster or not. So a bit of the rules, I think, that are kind of surface level things in my head. Obviously, it would be a platform fighter in the style of your Smash Brothers, Brawlhalla, Multiverses. I think story-wise, the campaign should be the Genie and Merlin from Aladdin and Sword in the Stone, respectively, just getting together and kind of just debating these things, since they're both like fourth dimensional characters to an extent. And I just think that'd be kind of funny. Like, and those two as the announcers would be brilliant. For your antagonists, I don't know what you would do for the story villain. I'm sure there's a lot of good options. My brain went Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls would be a brilliant antagonist for this game. Because, fourth dimensional chaos being, I think that could be really fun. But yeah, so that's kind of the background on the story stuff. I think that's a little less interesting for this particular topic. So I just want to start with the roster, and we're going to go character by character, discuss how they might play, and we can debate whether my list is who you all think belongs on the roster. Does that sound good?
What I was going to say was, before we really dive into this, we need to set some ground rules.
Yes.
First off, how big's the roster?
Right.
You can't have more than 20 fighters.
Yep, it's going to be a 20 fighter roster is what I have it built on. I have 20 fighters picked out from my thoughts, and then we're going to get to vote on whether they should stay or not, and if they shouldn't stay, we'll replace them with someone else.
So you have 20 fighters prepared?
I have 20 fighters prepared for you guys that we can debate and discuss.
There's a character in my head right now. I'm not going to say until the end, or if he shows up.
Yes.
If he's not on this list, I'm fighting you.
Okay.
Hand-to-hand combat, we're dueling.
Okay,
Borat
that's fair.
Can't be on here. I'm sorry.
So, right. So, number one person that has to be on this roster. We can all say it together. Who is the Mario of the Disney universe? Who has got to be on the roster?
Sora.
Mr. Incredible.
Mickey Mouse. Okay, he's got to be on the roster.
Yeah.
For my mind, he should be a pretty well-rounder, designed.
Mickey's a nickname for friends. I prefer Michael.
Michael Mouse.
Yeah.
I hate that. Not Mickey Mouse the Third.
Hey there, I'm Michael Mouse the Third.
Hey, I'm Michael.
So for his moveset, I think it should be based on the Fantasia Magic short. I know some people have talked about how people prefer the King Mickey from Kingdom Hearts. Personally, in my head, Combat Mickey is Magic Mickey, at least in my brain.
Just get in the mouse tool and you can swap between different things.
That's a thing too. You could have him based on all iterations of Mickey, or just do it as costumes, because obviously characters should have multiple costumes, and it could be where it's the Magic Mickey, you have Mouse Cthulhu version, and they all have the same moveset, but they're recolored, or not recolored, reshaped, because the Mouse Cthulhu basically does anything magic.
Yeah, the Mouse Cthulhu is a little. It'd be yeah, dude, you've got to, yeah.
I love the idea of Mickey joins the fight, and it's a Mortal Kombat style intro sequence, despite it being
holy crap, he kills people.
Well, no, it's a platform fighter, but where they dialogue with each other before the fight starts.
Mickey Mouse
and
rips
he's just
out Donald Duck's throat.
Holy shit!
Muska. Musketeer.
Oh,
Pulls
yeah.
out your spine.
Another rule I'm trying to stick to is I'm trying to only do one character per franchise, but we may get to a point where we may need 2 characters per franchise.
It is Disney. You could almost pull that off, but like that's just
Yeah.
like you can't have Mickey and like not have Donald Duck
So
or something.
I
Yeah.
didn't put Donald on the initial roster,
Rat.
but
You're
here
a
I have a
villain?
reason. I have a reason. Like he
Uh-huh.
would be a great DLC, but I have a reason. So Mickey Mouse first fighter. We all agree he should be on the roster, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, and this would be my replacement for Donald because he technically fits a different franchise, is
Daffy?
Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's DuckTales, and also I prefer Scrooge to Donald. Let's be honest here, because he's Scottish. But no, like I think Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, I just
cooler
my
fighter.
blood pressure just rose.
I think he could be a very like setup fighter using his gadgets and his wealth, and kind of. I've never played Smash Brothers. Okay, I'm going to throw myself under the bus here. I've never played Smash
Okay.
Brothers.
haven't.
My only platform fighter experience is Brawlhalla and Multiverses. In my head, Scrooge should play like Finn from Multiverses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that
I
makes
like
sense.
the idea of him just throwing money at people though.
Yeah, and also like Scrooge is a canonical badass. Like that's great. I also think
yeah.
in Scrooge's moveset should
Hey,
involve
language.
the nephews. I think Huey, Dewey, and Louie could be used in some way in his moveset. I'm not sure how exactly. But in my head, I feel like they need to be referenced at least in some way, shape, or form. Can we all agree Scrooge gets a spot on the roster?
Yes,
I agree.
Okay, great. So number 3 is, I think... Oh, yeah, Tyler, go for it.
I actually wanted to, while we were still on the DuckTales era, explain why. I don't think. Wow, what is his name? We were just talking about Daffy.
Daffy's
Daffy
Looney
could-
Tunes.
Am I? Oh my god!
You mean
the
Donald.
Duck, man? What is
Donald.
his name?
Donald. Yeah, the Navy.
Okay, Donald. I think he could never be a playable character in verse, because in Kingdom Hearts he is the strongest mage.
Yeah,
This is 100% true.
Well, I don't think
I
this
did
should
not play
exist in the
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts timeline. Like, I don't think...
Oh, it's not going to be like Kingdom Hearts lore either. No Kingdom Hearts lore.
Yeah, we
I
don't
mean-
need Donald Duck creating
I
universes.
think
in
you can
Hearts.
reference
That's what would be
Kingdom Hearts.
dope.
There could be Kingdom Heart costumes, but there is no direct references to Kingdom Hearts in this roster.
And it could just be like Smash Bros. That they're all like
Yeah, they're
equal
all
to-
toys. They're all being
That's true,
animated.
that's
Whatever.
true.
like Kirby is killing everybody if it's like lore, but it's
Yeah.
not.
That's true. That's true.
So the third fighter I put on the list would be the first of the Disney princesses on the list, and I put Elsa. And I think the reason Elsa goes on the roster, one, super popular character, she has combat prowess, and she could be a zoner, where all of her moves are about like keeping your opponents back. Do you not like zoners, Jay?
Bring me Mulan.
I do believe Mulan is on this roster. Yeah, she's on
Let's
the
go ahead
roster.
and put Mulan on here because
Yeah, we can talk about Mulan too. Yeah, Mulan I think could be a fast, aggressive fighter. I really should have just split these up by like franchise portions. I didn't list it out in any really order. But of the princesses that I think go on the list, you get Elsa, you get Mulan, and Rapunzel from Tangled. Those are my princesses I think should go on this roster.
instead of Rapunzel, can we get Flynn?
Oh,
Flynn
and
Rider?
Merida. And Merida. So my reason I thought Rapunzel is she could do, I think she could be a very unique fighter with her hair. And, like, it could be, like, a pull, very kind of a grapple fighter.
Yeah, she's just gonna beat the crap out of people with a frying pan. Is what's going to happen.
And, like, that's a fun...
That's awesome.
Do you know
Yeah,
how
like,
fun
what?
that would be to use the hair to, like, grapple? Like, the Batman grapple from Multiverses, but with her hair? Like, that sounds goofy as hell. I love that.
I don't know how
I
to
think
spell her name.
the lizard should definitely be a big part.
The huh?
of, like, their-
Pastel.
Yes, pastel.
Yeah. Yeah, Rapunzel, I just feel, also one of the most popular Disney. You could replace him with Finn. You really could. But I feel like he would play too similar to some of the other characters I suggest for this roster. Because he doesn't really have a super unique fighting style.
Oh, the lizard. Okay, I had to look it
Yeah,
up.
pastel.
Oh, you had to look up Pastel? Yeah.
It has been a very many time.
He's my homeboy.
He's one of the cutest of the Disney pet sidekicks. Mulan obviously deserves a spot on the roster.
100%.
I do
Well-
think also you could do Mushu could be involved in her roster a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like as a like ranged part of her kit.
Exactly.
And if not, then it'd be a really cool ultimate where he like turns into his big dragon form and just munches the opponent.
throws fire lizard at people.
And then with Merida, she's the only archer I could think of to put on the roster, and I think that'd just be neat.
Sweet.
And I think she's also a bit of an underrated character in the Disney Pixar verse.
No, she's definitely well rated. Low.
Oh, okay. So the next ones I have are the non-Disney Pixar characters I think deserve to be in the roster. So I put number 1, and this one is solely for me, and I do think they deserve a representation. My boy Kermit the Frog. Okay, the Muppets are owned by Disney. I think you need Muppet representation. I want Kermit the Frog on the roster.
That's fine. You can have it.
I think that would be fun too. Also, banjo-based fighting. Couldn't imagine
fun.
why I think that would be cool.
Slowly pulls up Banjo.
Guilty Gear. Isn't there a guy who like plays the trumpet or something? Like you could have something similar to that.
Oh,
I don't
I've never played the game.
I've never heard of that one. I'll be honest.
Okay. There's a fighting game called Guilty Gear, and there's this like music-based character, and like his combos, like he like uses music in the combos.
That's cool. I really
it's
like
super
the
neat.
idea of like there being a like almost like an aura of effect move. He could also kind of play as like a healer if you wanted him to. If
Rainbow
you do like
Connection.
team. I'm sorry.
Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I want a
Yeah.
move called
Oh,
Rainbow
you've got him
Connection.
started.
I love Kermit the Frog.
I'm gonna hit you with this Rainbow Connection, buddy. I'm gonna connect it right in your jaw.
Hey, come here, Mickey.
All
I'd like
right.
to show you something. But no, anyways. So the next one that is a non-traditional, you have Iron Man. I think he's a great Marvel representation.
Oh.
I would
Oh,
go
that's
Spider-Man,
nice,
but
yeah.
Spider-Man isn't fully owned by Disney, so I think Iron Man would be the best next choice.
You've got to have 2 Marvel characters, though.
100%.
I really want to, but I feel like there's a lot of other characters who have to go on the roster for a Disney-inspired fighting game.
Do like Reed Richards or like Wolverine as like your like mutants.
Again, I don't think they're fully associated with Disney yet. Like, I'd say if you
They're not?
did this game in
Okay.
20 years, then yes.
Yeah.
But, like, they're not... like, no one associates Fantastic Four and X-Men with Disney yet. They would be amazing DLC characters, though. 100%.
I agree.
All right, then. So
I
go ahead
like
and get into Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars representation, I chose Vader. I think he makes the most sense.
Yeah.
As kind of the kind of face of Star Wars a lot of the times. Also, he fills a role that's not really easy to fill with Disney characters, which is just the heavy tank fighter.
Yeah, I was thinking he'd play like Ganon style.
Yeah, that would make sense from what I know of Ganon.
A Ganon-style Darth Vader would be so frustrating to fight.
Uh-huh. And I think that's why it fits perfectly.
Yeah, so those are the 3 like big live action franchises. You could I didn't put them on the roster, but I think characters that should be DLC that kind of fit in that category would be like Avatar, not The Last Airbender, the shitty blue people
Blue
movies.
people.
Um
Hey, whoa.
yeah, I will throw
Whoa.
mad shade at those movies. They are so
Highest
mad.
grossing film.
Doesn't matter. It's literally Pocahontas.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, because Pocahontas is a mid movie to begin with.
I haven't seen
Whoa!
Pocahontas,
The music's
so-
amazing. Pocahontas, amazing music. The
Yeah,
art
you just
is
made
gorgeous.
Isn't
so
it-
many people upset.
isn't
and
it-
Most
Yeah.
people agree Pocahontas isn't that good. I don't think I'm in the minority here.
Ratio.
Isn't that the movie about the 2 explorer dudes?
Yeah.
Lewis and Clark. God,
no,
that's not good.
no, it's not about that.
No.
No?
No.
No. We can talk about it
Yeah.
later. I think
We've got a big
Yeah,
roster
I'm
to go
gonna
through.
Reboot.
So the next fighter I put on the list is Stitch from obviously Lilo
Oh, okay.
and Stitch. I think he'd be a fun gunfighter. I picture him kind of playing like Brawlhalla guns. And I just think he'd be a lot of fun. Then Jack Sparrow. I feel like he has to go on the roster.
100%.
Then Buzz Lightyear.
Okay.
Would you
Is
Would you
Woody
not rather have
included?
Woody? Yeah, I was gonna say Woody would be a better pick.
Interesting. So I went back and forth on it. My reason I thought Buzz was he kind of fights more in those movies, but Woody could work more interestingly. What's
Woody's
more
more-
interesting than Woody?
Woody's more
I think those
recognizable.
characters would be part of the roster.
If we were doing 2 characters per like series, sure.
Oh,
but
true.
Yeah.
I think Woody is more
Rather than one.
recognizable in the brand of Toy Story. It's like Woody's story, you know.
Yeah.
Buzz might be more of a fighter, but Buzz doesn't take on the same character role that Woody does.
That's fair. Yeah. I could see it argued. I don't know how Woody would play. I think that's a big thing too. I don't know how
Yeah, I
he
think
would
that's the
combat
harder
would
part
feel.
about
Oh, he would
it.
just he'd be like a melee combat with like a whip.
I
You
guess I
just
could
give him
work.
you give him like a cowboy moveset.
Maybe, yeah. You could get some fun voice lines with that.
That's a snake in your boot.
Oh, I was gonna go reach for the sky.
Oh, yeah, that one makes way more sense.
Then I have Jafar to get some
Yeah.
villain representation. Also,
Yeah.
one of the best Disney villains. Thought I have the Incredibles family as one fighter, where
I
they
agree.
like tag team in.
Like
the
a
Pokemon,
Pokemon trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. That could be
Yes.
cool. That sounds broken,
Yes.
but that could be cool.
Yeah. Well, I think if you and you could like merge some of like where it's two of the members fighting beside each other for it.
No,
yeah,
you have
like,
to do them all unique.
Dash and what's her face?
Because you've got Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, Dash, Violet, and the baby. Jack.
Violet, that's the name.
I think the baby stays behind. You can't really add the baby.
Yeah, you can't have the baby. That's too OP.
Yeah, maybe.
It is insane
The
how
baby's the
powerful
ultimate.
Jack is.
So, Connor, quick
yeah.
question.
Yes.
So, apparently Disney owns Nat Geo. So, do we get David Attenborough as a fighter?
Steve Irwin.
No.
Oh, that's insane. I guess
Can we have David Attenborough as an announcer?
that would be an amazing announcer.
As well as Jack
Oh,
Black.
wait. Announcer. Of course, Jack Black.
Jack Black. I'm shocked, Jack. Like, there's no DreamWorks fighting games yet.
No.
That needs to be a separate thing. Yes.
Actually, I'll talk about this at the end when we talk more about DLC stuff.
The next character I think should go on here is Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, it's a video game. I feel like he kind of belongs there.
Yeah.
I don't even like. I like the first Wreck-It Ralph. It's good. I haven't even seen the second Wreck-It Ralph. I'll be honest.
It
Second one's not good.
Then I put Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Yes,
I love my boy Baymax.
I'm
Ba-la-la.
gonna say it. I think that is right now my favorite Disney movie.
That's
I just-
absurd. Because
I've just been watching it so much lately. I just can't stop.
that was his mistake. But no, Baymax could also play as one of the tank fighters. I think he could be a great tank fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put Peter Pan. I think he'd be a very airy fighter. I don't know a lot about Smash Brothers.
Do you go Peter Pan or Tinkerbell? Or do you do them as like a duo?
I think you have to do them as a duo.
Oh, like Rosalina.
Yeah.
Maybe like a
That'd be
Rosalina meets Kirby, because I know Kirby's a very floaty fighter.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
I really
Okay.
wish I could put
Oh,
Captain
that'd be
Hook,
so annoying.
but I think Peter Pan
Oh.
would fit better. So then with some of these last ones, this character is because I think you need some representation from Disney shows. And there was another version of this I considered. So I put Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls.
Okay.
But I think you could also do a Dipper Mabel duo from Gravity Falls. And this is just because I
Oh,
want
like
Gravity
that
Falls
one?
in here. I love Gravity Falls.
No, I like Stan better because Dipper Mabel might be the like mains of the show, but we already have a bunch of duo fighters, and it kind of like I don't know, it just makes sense. Whereas like Woody made sense over Buzz here, it feels like Grunkle Stan. Yeah.
I also just want to hear his insults at other characters during the fighting. I think he would be so much fun.
You smell like a wet fish.
Or it's just like he meets like Baymax. You look like Seuss. Like that would be amazing.
You look like Seuss. Seuss, get out of that armor.
Then we got Maui from Moana. I feel like
I was thinking of that one, yeah.
yeah. Again with his shapeshifting, that'd be such an interesting fighter.
Yeah.
And then the last person I put on here, and I don't know if they belong on the roster or not. This one was really up in the air for me. I put Tarzan.
Wow, I'm disappointed in you.
Huh? What's wrong with Tarzan?
Yeah, what's wrong with Tarzan?
You throw in Maui and Tarzan before Hercules?
Okay, here's the thing. Hercules, great movie. If you're gonna put a Hercules character, you've got to put Hades, though.
Yeah, Hades is just better.
I should leave right now.
Don't get
Then
me
to
wrong.
go. Then go.
Don't get me wrong. The Hercules movie has amazing music. I have issues with that movie because I'm a Greek mythology nerd, and it bothers me.
Wow! It's literally one of my favorite Disney movies.
That's
How dare you
completely
say
fair.
that?
Again, the music is superb.
I could go the distance.
I Could Go to Distance is great. I won't say I'm in love. Fantastic.
Ugh.
All good music.
And
But I have issues with
I
that.
don't remember what they're called, but the quartet.
Oh, yeah, the Muses. Yeah, the Muses are great.
Yeah, the Muses. Thank you. Okay.
Right.
I won't.
So-
I won't hate on you anymore.
So
I love
that's
you.
that's
Aw.
my thoughts on the initial roster. I think I did pretty good, getting a good variety. Who are the characters that either they would be in DLC or you think belong on the roster more than these characters?
Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove.
Kronk, I think, would make an
Ooh.
interesting DLC fighter. I don't know if you could put him main roster. I
DLC for sure.
I also really
I
want
feel-
Toe Mater on the roster really bad, but I couldn't think of how to make him work.
It could be
My brain thought Rain Dog from
You just have him
Multiverses.
hook people.
Yeah, like you could hook people and stuff. I do think like maps. We can talk a little bit about maps too. Like I think Radiator Springs would be a fun map.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
And all the music would go insane for this game. But that's again to the side. I don't think
yeah.
Genie should be a fighter. I don't think like
No, Genie wouldn't be a fighter.
yeah, I don't think any of those.
Announcer.
You could do Mufasa, Lion King.
Yeah, I do feel like you need a lot. I would go Timon and Pumbaa though. I feel like
That
they're
could
more
be,
popular.
I agree.
I
I
don't.
just feel like duo fighters is like almost.
There's
like
a
a-
they're
lot
not
of
fighters.
duos.
I thought
Yeah.
they were like announcers.
You could do them actually. Those as announcers could be a lot of fun.
You could have a rotating cast of
There's- I
announcers
was
where
gonna
you
say,
have
there's
David
definitely-
Attenborough,
You could-
you have Jack
yeah.
Black, you have Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, like you definitely have a lot of different announcers to choose from.
There's a lot of really fun stuff.
Ursula from Little Mermaid.
Ew,
Ursula could be
why?
interesting. Oh, there,
Because it's a big property and
Mhm.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
Little
That's
Mermaid.
true.
yeah.
I'm
And there's not really
gonna
any
look
other.
with you. I've
fighter.
never seen Little Mermaid.
Who's the
love-
one from Zootopia? The rabbit.
Yes.
Judy Hopps.
Yeah, Judy Hopps
Hopps.
or the fox. I don't know the fox's name.
Oh,
I've
the
never
Wild
seen
Fox.
Zootopia. It scares me.
I have.
I've
It's
seen it.
pretty
It wasn't
good.
very good. Uh-oh.
Ooh, you're gonna get executed for that one.
Yeah, try me.
I think it was pretty good. I'm just saying.
Wrong.
I don't
Alright,
think
my
you
bad.
need to put Snow White or Sleeping Beauty or you could put Maleficent.
Maleficent's a shout. I think that's a.
All right. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like you eventually have to put some of the Disney princesses in there. I don't know which one.
Well, no, like I think there's a lot. I mean, I
I
love
agree.
the Disney princesses. I genuinely love their movies. It's hard to
There's
put a lot
four.
of them in there.
I
You have
hate.
4 of them.
Yeah, we have 4 of them in there. To be fair.
Do we? Oh yeah, Mulan. Okay, you're right.
Elsa,
you're right.
Mulan, Rapunzel, and Merida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Elsa. Oh yeah, well Elsa's not technically one. I don't think.
I said Elsa.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I said Elsa. Yeah.
You really can't do like.
Hades. I mean, we already talked about.
Yeah, we talked about Hades. Can Indiana Jones could be added at some point. That could be a lot of
Wait,
fun
what?
Chicken Little.
Wait, is Indiana Jones Disney property?
because it's Lucasfilm
I believe so,
and Disney
yeah.
owns Lucasfilm.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Cal Kestis.
You could do Cal Kestis from Star Wars. There, like the thing is too is there are so many Star Wars and Marvel characters you could grab from too in DLC. You'd have to be careful though because if you use too many, then you would immediately make them like a Star Wars game or a Marvel game, and you want the
You could
focus to be
do-
on broader Disney. I think.
Actually, I think,
Beast.
I think that'd be a really cool idea. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about it. A Star Wars versus yeah, Marvel fighting game could be really cool. We did Marvel versus Capcom.
Were there any big like Disney shows like?
I'm remembering stuff like Wizards of Waverly Place and
Like,
stuff like
do
that.
any of them
Oh.
have like fighter characters you could put in as
Dude, do you guys remember Disney DxD?
Oh, I
no,
do.
wait, Disney XD.
Yeah, Disney XD. It had a few good shows on it. Yeah, Kim Possible could go on the roster.
That's a
I'm trying to
shout.
remember like the shows on it.
Steven
Kick
Universe. Kick Butowski. Yes.
Yes.
You gotta get
yeah.
Kick on there.
I don't know
Whatever
what
his
that
name
is.
is.
Basically,
Uh,
he's just like a really cool like child.
Randy
I don't know how else to
Cunningham.
put it.
Randy Cunningham.
I don't know.
Randy Cunningham.
Apparently, Full Metal Gumball.
No, that's
Full
Cartoon
Metal
Network.
Alchemist is a Disney property?
Those are not Disney.
I'm looking on Disney Plus. I'm not gonna lie. I looked up Disney shows and I'm just
Oh, you fool. Disney Plus has a bunch of different shows.
I'm literally on Disney right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
Never mind then.
don't. That's crazy.
Well,
Ultimate
that's wild.
Spider-Man is on Disney. That's all I'm saying.
Oh wait, is
Yeah.
Cartoon Network Disney? Question
No,
mark?
no, it's not.
No.
I didn't think so. I thought
All
Cartoon Network
shows.
owned Gumball.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Disney Plus now, so we can
Oh, the original dinosaurs.
wait. Like the really shitty like semi live
Whoa.
action movie.
Yeah, that one. I didn't watch it, so I can't say if it was good or not. But it's like
It's-
classic.
Notoriously bad.
It's classic.
It's bad.
I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about, so it can't be
Handy
that good.
Manny.
I want Handy Manny on the roster. I love that
Yeah.
idea. Or Little Einsteins, you could
Win
put
this,
them on the
yes, you
roster.
can.
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you put Perry Platypus or the children?
You gotta put the
But
platypus.
Doofenshmirtz, what?
Doofenshmirtz is not going to fight.
There's an announcer for you.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
Penny the Platypus showing up to the arena.
I'm looking at the. There's a lot of like, oh, Mary Poppins. Can we get Mary
Wow,
Poppins in the
what?
fighting game? That sounds hype.
Yep, let's do Mary Poppins. She's Little Einsteins.
Yeah, I said yeah. Rocket as an arena,
Wow.
actually, that could be
That could
fun.
be that could be fun.
But yeah, so I think we've really tread over this really well. We actually did this in a really concise episode 10. Are there any other? Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think so. You know how Injustice, there's like arenas that go into another, like you break the wall of the arena and send you and your opponent to the next arena. I think that could be a cool system. It wouldn't be on every map, but I definitely think some maps could like have that option. Because that's in Smash Bros. Where like the map can change.
Yeah, a couple of the maps that I've been thinking that would be big ones. You have to do like a Finding Nemo map because you can't put a Nemo character on the roster. But I would love to do the an underwater map would look so good. Oh, Princess and the Frog. Are there any characters from there that you could put on the fighting roster?
I mean, come on.
The crocodile.
I was thinking the Witch Doctor. What?
Oh yeah. What is his name?
Dr. Nefario. Or nope.
That is
Holy
no,
crap.
not Dr.
I'm
Nefario.
forgetting
Not
myself.
him. That's despicable
Wow.
me. Not
Lab
the
rats.
Minions. Yeah.
Chip and Dale?
Chippendale. Did y'all see the Chippendale
Oh.
remake?
Nope.
It's really good. It's very funny.
Chip and Dale have to go on the roster. Oh, Woody the Woodpecker?
I don't think he's Disney, is he?
I don't
Oh
think
no, he's Boomerang. He's Boomerang.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alright, and with that,
Yeah,
we're gonna
with that, we're gonna wrap up. Leave us in the
Oh.
comments what other characters do you think belong on the roster. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Reboot
we
Roundtable.
need to do a part 2 where we talk about the actual game.
Yeah, a part 2 where we talk about the
Oh,
game,
yeah.
maps, stuff like that could be a lot of fun in the future. Let us know if you want to see that. Leave a like, subscribe, all of that YouTuber stuff.
Hey you. You click that subscribe button, and guess what happens?
Nothing.
It turns black. Wow.
Let's not sure stop lying.
Don't lie to them. This is a Disney episode. We have to be honest.
Why are you lying? That's not
We're not an evil corporation.
That's not nice.